They called me crazy. They said I was gambling. But I wasn't betting on luck, I was betting on the future. My name is Cathie Wood, and this is the story of how I built an investment empire on faith. Faith in innovation, in people, and in progress. I was born in Los Angeles in 1955, the daughter of hardworking Irish immigrants. My upbringing was a mix of discipline, numbers, and prayer. Faith was the bedrock of my life, but curiosity was the compass that guided me. It led me to study economics at the University of Southern California, where I had the incredible opportunity to be mentored by Arthur Laffer. He was the man behind the famous Laffer curve. But what he really taught me was something far more profound, that all economic growth begins with imagination. While the rest of Wall Street was obsessed with charts, historical data, and fear, I decided to follow ideas. Because I understood a fundamental truth: markets don't move on numbers alone. They move on belief, they move on the stories we tell ourselves about what's possible. My career began on Wall Street in the early 1980s. Let's be honest, it wasn't exactly a welcoming place for a woman with big dreams and even bigger ideas. The culture was rigid, the thinking was conventional. I was told to blend in, to keep my head down, to stay quiet, but that just wasn't in my nature. I couldn't ignore the whispers of the future I heard all around me. So I learned the system, I mastered its rules, and then I decided I was going to break them. After decades working within the traditional financial industry, a powerful realization hit me. The greatest opportunities weren't hidden in the past performance of established companies, they were in the disruptive forces that were just beginning to emerge. I saw the future in electric cars when everyone else saw a novelty. I saw it in DNA sequencing when others saw science fiction. I saw it in artificial intelligence and blockchain, when most people didn't even know what those words meant. These were the technologies everyone was laughing at, and I knew they were the very ones that would change the world. So in 2014, at an age when most people are thinking about retirement, I took the biggest risk of my life. I poured my life savings into founding my own firm, ARK Invest. There were no stuffy suits, no adherence to old world traditions. There was just one thing: conviction. We built our investment funds around technologies that almost no one else on Wall Street believed in. We went all in on companies like Tesla, Roku, Square, and later Coinbase. The criticism was immediate and intense. They called me reckless. They said I was a gambler who didn't understand risk. But they had it all wrong. True risk isn't betting on innovation. True risk is what happens when you stop believing in it. It's the risk of being left behind. Then came 2020. The world stopped. The pandemic sent shockwaves through every aspect of our lives. And the markets went into a free fall. Fear was the only thing anyone was trading. But while the old world faltered, the new world we had been investing in accelerated. Remote work, e-commerce, gene editing, digital payments, all the trends we had identified suddenly became essential. ARK soared. Our flagship fund grew over 150% in a single year. And just like that, the same people who had doubted me were suddenly quoting me on the news. I was no longer the crazy lady from Wall Street. I was a visionary, but Wall Street has a short memory. What goes up must come down. The crash came again in 2022. Interest rates rose, inflation spiked, and the market turned viciously against the very growth stocks that had been its darlings. Tesla fell, crypto collapsed, and ARK's funds dropped as much as 70%. The headlines were brutal: Cathie Wood's empire is over. The queen of the bull market has been dethroned. The noise was deafening, but I've been here before. I've lived through multiple market cycles. I know how this works. Innovation doesn't die in a bear market. It gets stronger, it adapts. It becomes more efficient. While others panicked and sold everything, I kept buying. We doubled down on our highest conviction ideas. People asked me why. They said I was being stubborn, that I was refusing to admit I was wrong. But it wasn't about stubbornness, it was about conviction. Conviction means having the courage to stand alone when everyone else is running for the exit. It means believing in your research when the market is telling you you're a fool. I don't follow trends, I don't follow the crowd, I follow the truth as our research reveals it. And the truth is this: the world has always and will always belong to those who believe in an idea before others can even understand it. It belongs to the innovators, the dreamers, the builders. My journey has been a roller coaster of soaring highs and gut-wrenching lows, but through it all, one thing has remained constant. I'm Cathie Wood, and I never chased profits, I chased a purpose. And that purpose is, and always will be, the future. Thank you for watching. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear that conviction is the most valuable asset you can own.